Well, there you have it, folks. The starting lineups for the Lady Ponies and the Lady Pirates from Mannford. Tonight is Tuesday, February 4th. We're here live in Kellyville here on KV Rising. It's been a little while. We took last week off, went down to Eufaula, and unfortunately both teams took a loss down there. But we're hoping to bounce back tonight. And we'll face Eufaula again this Friday here at home, so maybe we can get some redemption there. About to get started here. Tip-off. Our presenting sponsors tonight's game is Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Construction. We thank those folks for all their support. So here we go. Here's tip-off. Got Childers and Wittenberg. And the Ponies are going to get the ball. And there's a three by Upshaw, and it's in and out, but Childers with the rebound. And Kellyville maintains possession, moving the ball around. Upshaw in the corner, back to Wiggs. There's one in the corner to Upshaw. Upshaw is going to shoot the three, and it's in and out. Rebound by Wiggs. She puts it back up and gets the second rebound. So Wiggs gets in there, rebounds it, and puts it back up, misses. And there's a three by Bear Paw off the glass. And Mannford wants a timeout early. Folks are trying some new things. Jacob's here with me. He'll be in and on and off the headset here, but he's concentrating on doing some new graphics here on our live broadcast. So we appreciate that hard work by him. Our goal is to make improvements every week. Jacob hard working at that. So here we go, Mannford with the ball, trying to push it inside. And Wiggs going to come over strong, and that's going to be her first foul. And there's a nice block by Bear Paw. And Riley on the fast break. And her shot's off the mark a bit. And the ball's loose. It's going to go out on Mannford. Inside to Childers, and her layup is a little strong. That's going to be no good. So just 3-0 here early. Kellyville with the lead. And there's a nice move inside. I believe that was number 3. That's Wittenberg. Her shot's off the mark, and ball's knocked out of bounds by Kellyville. So Mannford's going to maintain possession. And Wiggs going to draw her second foul. I felt like that's Pierce. Kind of came up into Wiggs, but they called the foul anyway. Wiggs was standing straight up. And Pierce gets her first free throw. Here's Pierce's second attempt. And it's also good. Upshaw quick down the court. And there's a three by Bear Paw. It's off the mark and bounces out to right to number 12, Weldon, for Mannford. And there's a steal by Wiggs. That ball's knocked loose by Upshaw, though. And Upshaw for 3. There's a 3 on the outside, and that's going to be rebounded by Childers. Kellyville ball, 6-2. Kellyville with the lead early here. It looks like there's about 3 minutes expired here in the first, so 4:55 left to go. And there's a 3 by Upshaw, and it's off the mark, off the back of the rim, and Weldon, where Mannford comes up with a rebound. And there's a 3 by, I believe, Weldon. And that ball's tipped around, and Pierce puts it back up for 2. And inside to Childers. She's open on that play, but she's unable to find the net. She's getting open there in the paint, so that'll come eventually. And there's number 35. That's going to be Hewitt for 3 on the outside for Mannford. So Mannford in the lead 7-6 here early. Wiggs drives in and gets the ball knocked loose by Pierce for Mannford, and it goes out of bounds on Pierce, so Kellyville maintains possession here. 3:13 left here in the first quarter. Mannford with a 1-point lead, and there's a jumper by Bear Paul, and Childers with the rebound puts it back up for 2. There's a rebound by Upshaw. Upshaw scanning the floor. She gets it over to Wiggs. Wiggs in the corner for 3. And that's off the rim, but Bear Paul with the rebound and gets the rebound low and puts it back up. And then they're going to call a jump ball. Like Childers came up with that, but then it got tied up, so. And there's a 3 by number 13, Elliott. And Mannford up 10-8 with 2 minutes left here in the first. And there's a 3 by Bear Paul, and it's off the mark, and Pierce with the rebound for Mannford. So 1:40 left here in the first. Mannford bringing the ball down. They got a lead by 2, and there's a steal by Upshaw. And she's going to go in for the, well, she does a reverse layup. It's got a little pressure, and that ball goes loose. And there's 2 by Bear Paul. Childers got that rebound. There's a nice block by Upshaw. So tied ball game, 10-10, 1:06 left here in the first quarter. And here comes Sierra Jones and Summer Archer coming in for Wiggs and Riley. And there's a three by number 25, and it's off the mark. Easy rebound by Upshaw. That ball is underneath to Childers for two. Nice transition down the court by the Lady Ponies. The ball's knocked loose by Bear Paw down here in the corner and gets out of bounds before she's able to grab a hold of it. So Mannford's going to maintain possession. 38.9 seconds left here in the first. And there's a nice move by Pierce, and she gets it in past Archer for two. Good defense, tight defense by Archer, but Pierce was just able to get through her. A quick three by Upshaw in the corner. About 12 seconds left here. Mannford trying to get a shot off here before the quarter expires. And Archer's going to commit a foul on the pass in to Pierce. That's going to be Archer's first. That was on the floor, so Mannford gets the ball out of bounds with 8 seconds left. They get the ball in. And Archer going to commit her second foul, and she was working on Pierce. That's going to send Pierce for one. So with 2.5 seconds left, Pierce here with her free throw has a chance to tie the ball game at 15. And she does. Upshaw, last minute shot, and just off the mark. So here we are, end of one, tie ball game, 15-15. So let's see here. Upshaw had 6, Childers with 4, Bear Paw with 5. Those are your scores. And Upshaw with 2 rebounds, Wiggs with 2 rebounds, Childers with 4 rebounds, and Riley with 1. Trying something new tonight, folks, trying to keep the rebound stats. After a couple of games ago, we had Childers and Wiggs in a couple of different games with a high count of rebounds, but we were unable to give you live update stats on those rebounds during the game. So Robbie and I got together. Robbie made me a stat sheet that includes that. So I'm going to try to keep track of those stats and give girls credit where credit is due. Those rebounds are very, very important, especially on the offensive end. And there's a nice defensive play by Jones. Jones steals the ball, and then Elliott commits the foul on Jones, trying to get it back. The ball's knocked out of bounds here. It's going to be Kellyville ball. Upshaw for 3 in the corner, and that's good. three by Elliott right at the top, and that's good. So back to a tie ball game, exchanging three-pointers here, second quarter. Inside to Bear Paul. She kicks it out to Upshaw. Upshaw for three, and that's off the rim. And Weldon's going to come up with the rebound for Mannford. So Mannford ball here, 6:30 left in the second. Tie ball game, and there's a steal by Kirsten Kaiser. Kaiser gets it down to, nice play. She gets it down to Jones. And Jones was losing the ball, but she's able to get it back to Childers for two. And there's a steal by Bear Paul. And they're going to get a foul on the floor committed by number 3, Wittenberg.
Foul number 3, Courtney Wittenberg. That's her first.
So Kellyville ball. Get it into Jones. There's a three by Bear Paul at the top. And there's a nice rebound by wow, I don't know how we didn't have a foul there. A rebound by Childers, and she's knocked to the floor. The ball comes loose, and there's a fight over it, and Mannford picks it up and then calls the timeout. So not sure how we didn't get a foul called there, knocking Childers to the floor. So 5:48 here in the second. Kellyville with the lead, 20-18. Kellyville with just 3 girls with points on the board so far. Hopefully we can spread that out a little better. We tend to have more success with the higher number of girls that put points on the board, and just spreads the ball around, makes it a little more difficult for the defense. Instead of just being able to concentrate on 1 or 2 players, they have to kind of watch everybody. If we can get everybody scoring. Almost a steal there by Jones. And then it looks like they're going to get Childers. Yeah, they are going to call a foul on Childers, but it is going to be on the floor, so sends Mannford to the baseline for the pass in. And there's a nice steal by Childers. Upshaw in the corner, gets it inside to Childers. Childers turns, and ball hits the glass, rolls off the front of the rim, and then they're going to get Bear Paul for a push on that rebound. And there's a shot by Pierce just above the free throw line. And they're going to give her 3 on that. I think that was only 2, it looked like to me, but I guess they're going to give her 3. I didn't think she was far enough out. And there's a 3 by Upshaw, and that's good. Nice defense by Childers, preventing. And Jones is going to commit her first foul, and that's going to send Pierce to the line for 2. She make that free throw, Jacob, did you see? There's another three by Upshaw. That's in and out. Wiggs underneath for the rebound, and she ties it up with a jump ball. So here we are at 4 minutes left in the half. Kellyville 23, Mannford 22. And there's a nice block by number 10, Wiggs. Ball knocked loose by Riley, but Mannford's able to come back up with it. And there's a three in the corner by 13. And Childers with the rebound. And drives down the floor, comes up for a jumper, and it's off the mark. Mannford with the rebound. Still a 1 point ball game here, 3:23 left. Nice defense by Jones, knocks the ball loose. Riley comes up with it, and in transition, and they're going to call her for the walk as she pauses the pass to Upshaw. I didn't see the extra step until after she got rid of it, but that's not what the ref saw. So Mannford with the ball. There's a steal by Upshaw. And a running jumper, and that's good. And there's a steal, a block, and a steal by Wiggs. Riley with the ball. Upshaw in the corner. She thought about a three and then brings it back down, passes it back out to Jones. And Upshaw gets it inside to Wiggs. Wiggs got triple teamed. She throws it back, tries to get it back out to Riley, and it goes between Riley and I believe Jones and ends up backcourt. So be a turnover here by Kellyville. 1:50 left. 25-22. Kellyville with the lead here in the second quarter. They're going to get Riley. Wittenberg at the line. She gets her first and her second. .135 left. Kellyville with the ball, gets it inside to Bear Paw. Bear Paw with the move inside. Childers with the rebound, puts it back up, but it's no good. And Wittenberg with the foul. It's going to be her second, but it's on the floor, so Kellyville with the inbounds. Out to Childers. Childers to Riley. Riley to Upshaw. Upshaw for three, and it's off the front of the rim, and Mannford comes up with it. So 1:18 left here in the first. Mannford ball. Kellyville with the 1 point lead, 25-24. Mannford has improved quite a bit since our first game with them early on in the season, from what I remember from that game. Mannford's class 4A. They come in with a 6-11 record. I'll have to go back and look, but I believe the Lady Ponies didn't have any issue whatsoever with the Pirates the first matchup. And there's a nice jumper by Riley on the outside.
Hey, are you taking the picture for the halftime thing? Alright, I just make sure because we gotta shoot at halftime.
And there's an inside move for Hewitt for 2. And about 10 seconds left. Upshaw's holding the ball for a last second shot here. And gets it to Wiggs. Wiggs on the outside for 3, right at the buzzer. So halftime score here, 30-26, Kellyville with the lead. So in that quarter, we had Upshaw with 8, Wiggs with 3, Childress with 2, Riley with 2. So spreading the ball around just a little bit more. So there's an improvement there. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Upshaw makes at halftime. And real quick before I go to break, it looks like our final score in the last matchup early on in the season, back in December, Kellyville won 43-30, so won by 13. So hopefully this game will have the similar results. About 10 minutes left here, halftime. We'll take a quick break, and I'll come back to you here in about 7.5. We'll see you then. third quarter. Kellyville starting third here with the lead at 30-26.
Why is the foul not that? I'll be back.
And we're underway. Kellyville with the ball. Upshaw with the drive and a one-handed jump shot, and that's good for 2. There's a long pass, and it's out of the reach of Wittenberg, goes out of bounds, so Kellyville ball. Turnover by the Pirates. If Kellyville can take advantage of that turnover, put some more points on the board here, early here in the third. And Upshaw wanted that 3, and they're going to call a double dribble on Upshaw, I'm not sure. I did not see that. She was looking, had her head up, looking across the court. I guess she ended up touching the ball twice there or something. Well, Mannford here trying to get the first points on the board for the half. And there's a shot and rebound by Wiggs. Underneath, so Kellyville ball. Wiggs at the top of the key. She gets it over to Bear Paul. Bear Paul, or correction, Upshaw runs the baseline, tries to get the pass across, and it's tipped by Mannford. And that's going to be a turnover there by Kellyville. And we get a foul as I believe Wittenberg was driving in. And that's going to be Upshaw. That'll be just her first foul. But it does send Wittenberg to the line for 2. And she's going to miss her first. And she gets her second. So Lady Pirates finally on the board at the first points of the third quarter here. Scores 32-27. Kellyville with the lead. And there's Riley with the drive inside. Childers with the jumper off the front of the rim. Ball's tipped around. Upshaw comes up with the rebound. And that ball's going to be knocked out by Elliott for Mannford as Wiggs was looking for a pass, but Kellyville's going to maintain possession here. Elliott just reached in and knocked it out of bounds. Wiggs in the corner for 3, and that's off the front of the rim. And there's I thought that was a nice rebound by Riley, but they're going to say push in the back. That's going to be her second on the evening. And there's a steal by Wiggs. And then number 12 comes over and ties it up, and jump ball. Mannford's going to maintain position, but Wiggs with the steal, and then quickly Weldon comes in and ties that ball up. There's a steal by Childers, gets it down to Wiggs, but Wiggs loses it. There's another steal by Childers to Bear Paul. Bear Paul to Riley. Riley's layup's off the mark. Elliott come up with the rebound for Mannford. A missed opportunity there, but see if we can't force another turnover. And there it is, steal by Upshaw. Upshaw to Riley, nice pass in traffic. Riley's shot is off the mark. She gets a rebound, puts it back up, but is unable to get it to fall. And looks like they're going to get Riley, and that's going to be her third. And Upshaw is going to let her take a break and bring Jones in. That foul was on the floor. And there's a shot by Hewitt for two. Upshaw gets it inside the Childers, but the door closes quickly. And Bear Paul with a dribble off her foot. And so Mannford gets that ball, and there's a nice defense by Wiggs. And Wiggs with the rebound on the missed shot. Running jumper by Upshaw, but it's off the mark, and Pierce there for Mannford for the rebound. 32 to 29, Kellyville with the lead with 2:25 left. And there's a three by Hewitt at the top of the key. That ties the ball game at 32 with 2:15 left here in the third. Upshaw gets it in to Childers. Childers goes up, and she's going to be fouled. And Wittenberg with her third. And that sends Childers to the line for two. And her first one is in for 1 point. According to my stats, this is our first attempt at free throws on the game for Kellyville, and Childers sinks both of them. And they're going to get Childers on a reach in. That's just going to be her second. There's nice defense by Wiggs and Jones. Jones with the rebound. Down to Bear Paul. Bear Paul underneath the Childers. And then Childers back out to Bear Paul. Bear Paul for three. That was a nice play. Nice transition there. Wiggs and Jones underneath on the defense and gets the rebound. There's a rebound by Bear Paul. And we're going to get a push away from the ball. And that was on Hewitt. That's going to be her first. Upshaw was down in the corner for a three, and Childers went to the floor underneath the basket, so they call Hewitt for the foul. And there's a three in the corner by Upshaw. Childers with the rebound, gets it back to Wiggs. Upshaw to Bear Paul. Bear Paul was double teamed quickly and started to fall down, but she was able to get it back out to Upshaw. There's going to be that was a nice three look for Upshaw, but she didn't take it. She moved in for the jumper, and it's short. And there's a steal by Jones, and then down to Bear Paul. That ball's going to be tipped out by Upshaw on the pass, so Kellyville maintains possession. And that's the end of three. Kellyville maintaining the lead here. Still a tight ball game, 39-32 as we get ready to go into the fourth. Then our presenting sponsors for tonight's game is Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Construction. We thank those folks for their support. Kellyville with just 9 in that third quarter. They had 15 in each of the first two quarters. So they slowed the ball down a bit. And looks like Mannford with just 6 in that quarter. So both teams, Mannford had 15 in the first, 11 in the second. So both teams come out in the third quarter kind of flat on offense. Kellyville with the ball to start the fourth. Here comes Upshaw. Passes inside tries to get inside to Childers. Pass a little off the mark. Childers did tip it, but she wasn't able to control it. And there's a nice rebound by Upshaw on the other end. And they're going to get Hewitt with a foul, and that's going to be her second. On the floor working against Upshaw, so Kellyville maintains possession. Jones passes into Wiggs here. Jones are at the top of the key for three, and it's off the front of the rim. And Buck for Mannford is with the rebound. And there's a three by Wittenberg, and it's off the mark, and Upshaw with the rebound. Wiggs for her third foul underneath on that three attempt by Upshaw. And Riley's going to come back in for Wiggs. Wiggs going to take a break here with 6:41 left in the fourth. 39-32. Kellyville with the lead. There's a rebound by Riley. Riley's going to move the ball down the court, stop at three-point line, pass it back to Upshaw. Upshaw inside to Childers. Nice move by Childers for 2. And it looks like timeout on the floor by Mannford. So 6:12 left here in the ball game. Kellyville 41-32, their largest lead of the game so far. Well, we'll see. Like I said earlier, both teams came out kind of flat in the third quarter. Kellyville scoring just 9, Mannford scoring just 6. And so far here, with almost 2 minutes expired in the fourth, we just have 2 points on the board for both teams, and those 2 points are by Childers for Kellyville. So again, it seems like both offenses have slowed a bit. Both teams having trouble finding the net. Been plenty of shots on goal here in the second half, and there's almost a steal by Upshaw. She knocks it out of bounds, breaks up the play. Mannford maintains possession here. And there's a nice disruption by Jones, and she knocks it out of bounds. Wow. Pierce went up for 2. And I thought Jones did a good job tying the ball up. But they get her on the foul for Jones, and Pierce makes her first. And Pierce gets both of those. And there's a 3 by Jones, front of the key. It's off the front of the rim, but there's a steal by Upshaw. Upshaw puts it back up, and attempted rebound by Bear Paul, and she's going to be fouled if she's trying to get control of the ball. And that was on Wittenberg. That's going to be her 4th. Upshaw for 3, and that's good. And there's a rebound by Childers on an attempted 3 by Bear Paul for a 2 on the other end. After that transition. There's a jumper by Wittenberg. It's in and out, but Mannford gets the rebound. And there's a 3 by Wittenberg, and she gets it to fall. In the corner, that hit off both edges of the rim and fell in. 46-37 here, Kellyville with the lead with 4:20 left. There's a 3 by Bear Paul, and it's off the mark. And Upshaw loses her balance. Just makes it easy rebound for Mannford. And there's a 3 by number 13 in the corner. With 4:05 left, it's 46-40. The Ponies call a timeout. I'm going to talk about it here. Kellyville Pony cheerleaders getting the fans involved here during this timeout. So 4:05 left here in the ball game, 46-40, Kellyville with the lead. Kellyville's got 16 fouls. Mannford with 14 fouls, so Kellyville's next foul is going to send Mannford to the line for 1-1 in bonus. A lot of times that comes into play at the end of a ball game. With this just being a 6-point ball game, that could have an effect on the outcome. Kellyville with the ball here. And there's inside to Childers. Nice rebound by Riley, but she can't handle it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Riley knocked that ball away from a Mannford player, but just wasn't able to get control of it before it went out. And there's a long three by number 12, and that rebounds by Upshaw. Kellyville quickly moves the ball down. Jones thought about it multiple times and finally puts it up for the three, and it's good at the top of the key. And there's a travel call as Weldon goes in for the layup. So she took an extra step as she collected the pass and went in for that layup. So Kellyville ball, 49-40. Kellyville stretches it back to a 9-point lead. Upshaw from three, and that ball is off the back of the rim, bounces high in the air, and Wittenberg comes down with a rebound for Mannford. There's nice defense by Kaiser and Wiggs. And a drive in by Upshaw for two and the foul. That was going to be on Wittenberg, and that's her fifth. So here at 2:49, she's going to be done for the ball game. And I'm not sure what they're Mannford coach is having a discussion on whether or not that was Wittenberg's fifth. And finally, she's going to come out of the game, and that brings in Buck for Mannford. Upshaw with her attempt does make that a three-point play. And Jones is going to get called. That's going to be her third. And that's going to send Weldon to the line for 1-1. Mannford in bonus here. And Weldon gets it, so she'll get that second attempt. And she does get both of them to fall. So that makes it a 10-point ball game, 52-42, Kellyville. And they're going to get Jones for the walk. And Pierce working. Pierce working on Wiggs. She makes her first. And that was Wiggs' fourth foul. Pierce gets her second. Wiggs into Bear Paw. Bear Paw layups off the mark. It's in and out. Mannford with the rebound. And there's a three. Upshaw came down with that, but then it was quickly knocked out of her hand before she had full control, and it went to a jump ball. Mannford with the possession arrow. There's a nice rebound for Childers. And Childers with the attempt there at the free throw line. It's knocked loose, but then it's stolen by Upshaw. Upshaw with two attempts, and it's no good. Bear Paw with a rebound, and it's no good. And then they're going to get Bear Paw for a foul. And that's just going to be her second. So Upshaw with a steal there. Put it back up. Bear Paw with another rebound on the other end. Childers with a nice move inside. And you get Childers with the foul. That's her third. And Hewitt at the line. And she misses both of her free throws. And Weldon with a quick foul on Jones on the floor. Less than a minute to go. 10-point ball game. Kellyville 54, Mannford 44. Kellyville's going to be content just trying to pass the ball around, killing the clock, but Mannford's playing pretty tight defense. They're going to pull up 2-on-1 against Upshaw, but Upshaw gets it over to Jones. Upshaw dribbling through traffic, over to Jones. 20 seconds, and they're going to go ahead and foul Upshaw, and that's 25. Bucks first. Upshaw to the line for a 1-and-1. And she makes her first. So 20 seconds left here, and she makes her second. 12-point ball game, 20 seconds. And there's a nice move by Buck inside. She's going to be fouled by Wiggs, and that's going to be her fifth. So Wiggs is going to come out of the game. That's going to bring in Kaiser. 12.1 seconds, 56-44. Kellyville with the lead. Buck at the line for one, and her first is good. And her second one's off the mark, and there's a rebound by Childers. Childers over to Jones. And Jones with called for a walk, so the ball's turned over here with 4.5 seconds left. 11-point ball game, 56-45. And there's a three by number 13, and that's good right at the buzzer. That's Elliott for three. That's going to close the game. So final 56-48. Kellyville walks away with the win here on this Tuesday night. So I'll put together the stats, folks, and just before the boys' game, I'll let you know what our finals were. Our contributors for tonight's game for the Lady Ponies. The next matchup is going to be the varsity boy Ponies against the Mannford Pirates. The Ponies come in at number 20 with a record of 11-6. The Pirates are Class 4A, and they have a record of 11-7. So pretty similar matchups record. I believe Mannford took the first matchup between the Ponies and trying to find it here, folks. Sorry. It was a tight ball game. I was right down to the wire. The final score looks like it was. Well, it went down. It didn't go down to the last few minutes, and then I think there was a lot of fouls. Looks like I had a score of 54-49. So not too bad of a ball game last time. Mannford walked away with that win. So we'll see if Kellyville can't redeem themselves tonight and walk away with 2 wins for the Ponies here tonight, hopefully. Got just about 9 minutes left before this ball game gets started. I'll come back a little bit early. We'll go over some of those stats from the Lady Ponies game. We'll see you just in a few. Bear Paul with 12 points. So here we go, starting lineup for the Pirates. And folks, this is a new thing on statistics. I like to give these kiddos some credit. It's not all about points. You can have a player where they don't score very many points, but they're just really good on those on the rebounds and getting steals and playing great defense. One thing I will add maybe next week is some blocks. I know we had several blocks there in the girls' game, and of course we definitely have that happening in the boys' game, so that's probably a statistic we need to maybe add. And we can do that next week. Here's the starting lineup for the Ponies.
So there was the lineup for the Ponies. We have 3 Connors on the team, and 2 of them are in the lineup.
And it looks like Hicks is going to set out for this game. 2 weeks ago, or close to 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, he suffered a concussion in the Kiefer game. So taking all precautions here, making sure that he's 100% before he comes back. So we got Wiggs with a tip, and he's going against number 30. It's Witt. And Kellyville with going to get the ball to start here. So here we go. Wiggs with the cut. And Crabtree didn't like something. And there's Norris with the jumper. And Mannford gets the rebound as that jumper's in and out. There's a nice block. Block shot by Thomas.
That was a good tip out by Wiggs to Ayers. That looked like a travel to me. It looked like he jumped. And they're going to call that foul on Wiggs.
So Wiggs with a quick foul here. That was Witt making one of his 2 free throws. Inside to Wiggs. Wiggs' jumper's no good, and Mannford's going to get the rebound. It's almost 2 minutes expired here, and it's just 1-0 Mannford. And Wiggs ain't able to come up with that rebound. Gets knocked loose as he comes down with it. And there's a reach in by Norris. They're going to get him for his first. Wide open for a three in the corner. And that's number 3, Garner. Wiggs with the jumper, and it's off the mark. And again, Mannford with the rebound. And there's a 3 by number 20.
That's a good block there by Colton.
There's a nice transition by Wiggs down the court for 2. And they're going to get Wiggs for his second foul. I didn't see where he jumped up and
he makes the first one.
Hewitt with his first attempt there. The second one's in and out, but Mannford comes up with the rebound, and then the ball's going to get loose and go out on Mannford. So Kellyville fortunate there. 5-2 early lead for Mannford here with 4:50 left in the first. And there's a steal by number 30 on Norris. And Norris.
And they're saying he stepped on the line. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That was a good block and a good recovery by Norris there, and they're saying that he stepped on the line.
There's a nice steal by Norris. Crabtree working one-on-one, and he's going to be fouled. And that's on Jones for Mannford. There's a nice running jumper by Crabtree for 2. And they're going to get Thomas on the other end for a foul. And Hewitt makes it Hewitt makes it a 3-point play. And there's Mosby in the corner for 3, and that's good.
That was a good shot by Kenny there. He was wide open in the corner, and he just drained it. He was ready for it.
And Thomas tries to take the charge, and ref's not buying it. It's going to be his second. Ayers comes in for Thomas. And there's the easy putback on the Nice rebound by Miles.
They're going to call that on Ayers.
Ayers going to be called for his first foul.
Correction, they called that on Miles.
Oh, wow.
I think that ref got the numbering wrong. I think that, I don't know. That, He missed his first one.
The second one's good. And they're going to get Jones. His second. With Norris working on him, trying to get the ball inside. Crabtree inside to Ayers, but that ball's blocked.
And they're going to call a blocking foul on Norris.
That's Norris' second, so quickly Kellyville up to 17 fouls. And that's Day. Makes his first. And Norris with a rebound there. Crabtree with a step back. That ball's going to be out of bounds on Mannford. Wiggs back in the game. There's a nice inside move by Mosby, but it's in and out. But Miles comes up with the rebound, puts it back up and misses, but he's going to be fouled. So Miles is going to go to the line for two. That foul was committed by Dossel. That's his first for Mannford. Miles makes his first attempt. And his second one's good. Little double team. Full court pressure. Almost a steal by Ayers. Pull up jumper by Mannford's that missed. And Crabtree with the rebound. And in transition, Mosby for two. Kellyville quickly closes to a 1-point ball game.
He's going to call that foul on Kenny Mosby.
Yeah, Mosby's going to be. And he makes his first attempt. And his second. A 3-point ball game, 11-14. Mannford with the lead. 2:15 left here in the first quarter. The jumper by Mosby, and it's off the mark. Dunn goes after it, and it's going to be out on number 21. Hewitt. Kellyville ball. Crabtree looking to set the offense up. Mosby inside to Ayers. Ayers with the jumper. Nice rebound and put back. And Ayers done with 2 rebounds back to back. Puts the ball back up for 2.
And Mannford calls a timeout.
1 point ball game, 13-14. Mannford with the lead. 1:41 left here.
During this timeout, let's take a look over at the students section. The students were told that it'd be $5, not $5, wow, 5 points if they were in the student section at halftime for both games. So I go down there and I take a picture at halftime, and whoever's in that picture gets 5 extra bonus points in their English class.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
The theme tonight was jerseys, and it's kind of weird seeing everybody else in a jersey because usually I'm the only one.
Nice little competition there by one of the teachers. And there's a nice steal by Crabtree. Puts the ball up, misses, but Ayers gets the rebound and puts it back up, but isn't any good either. And on the other end, Mannford with the miss. There's another rebound by Dunn. Mosby inside to Wiggs. Wiggs working. And Wiggs going to go up and going to draw the foul, and that's going to send him to the line for 2. And that's on Hewitt. Send Wiggs to the line for 2. And his first one's off the mark. One-point ball game, 13-14. See if Wiggs can tie it up here with the second attempt. And the second one is good. It bounces around, but it does fall. So, tie ball game.
And Mannford threw in that ball a little bit too fast. Referee had to get it back.
Kellyville with a little pressure. And Miles with a kind of a silly reach-in foul. It's going to be his second. That's sending Mannford to the line. For 1-on-1, and Witt makes his first. And his second. So 1:09 left, 2-point ball game, 14-16. Mannford with the lead here, first quarter. Crabtree over to Mosby. Mosby for 3. Kellyville can't come up with the rebound. And there's Ayers with the rebound. Quick transition. Ayers tries to get it to Dunn. And Dunn can't handle the ball. Oh, they're going to call a tip ball on that. And Mannford's going to maintain possession as that ball was, he's saying the ball was tipped as that pass went. 36 seconds left. There's a long 3 by number 3. And rebound by Ayers. And Dunn up for the layup, but that's going to be blocked by number 21, Hewitt, for Mannford, and the ball goes out of bounds, so Kellyville maintains possession. 17.1 seconds. See what Kellyville can do here. Wiggs on the outside. Wiggs working the baseline. And Wiggs with a reverse layup, but he can't get it to fall. So Mannford quickly moving down the court with about 5 seconds. And there's a three at the end. There's a rebound by Wiggs. And that's going to be it. So Crabtree with 2, Wiggs with 3, Mosby with 5, Miles with 2, and Dunn with 2. So Kellyville boys spreading the ball around nicely. 5 different boys putting points on the board. 2-point deficit here going into the second, 14-16. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Heath's working on over there.
I know Connor Norris and Connor Thomas are both subbing in. Saw them go over to the table. So they'll be subbing in this quarter. So here comes both teams back onto the court. And Mannford has the ball.
Jumper falls short, Ayers with the rebound. And Ayers with the drive in and gets 2 and the foul. So he'll try to make a 3-point play. That's Hewitt's second for Mannford. Here's Ayers' attempt on a 3-point play, and it is good.
Puts the Ponies up by 1.
So 17-16, Ponies up by 1. First lead of the game, I believe, for the Ponies. Ponies showing pressure if they can't force a turnover here. And there it is, Norris tipping the ball around. Thomas comes up with it, tries to put it up, and he's going to be fouled by, I believe, number 30. That's Witt. And that's his first, and that's going to send Thomas to the line. Shoot 2. So that pressure works for Kellyville, and they get the turnover. And Thomas adds a point to the board. And his first one's in and out, second one's in and out. And that's going to be picked up by Mannford, and the ball knocked loose, but it's out on Kellyville. So Mannford ball, Kellyville with the pressure again. And Mannford's able to get past.
And Garner thought about shooting that 3, but hesitated.
He had a wide open. There he is, wide open again, and he shoots it, and it's good. Ball down to Wiggs. Wiggs with a long shot. Norris with that rebound. It was tipped by Thomas, but Norris got the rebound. And there's a 3 by Witt. Jumper by Crabtree. Rebound by Thomas. Ayers for 3. There's a nice block by Thomas. But the ball's tipped back and put back up by and Crabtree for 2 in the other end. And there's a nice charge taken by Ayers. That's Garner. Can be his first.
And Thomas subs in for Ayers. As Ayers is hurting over there on the bench, it looks like.
And Wiggs working on Dossel, but he's not able to get his shot to fall. There's a nice block by Wiggs. And then he turns the ball over, passing it out. One-point ball game. Mannford with the lead, 24-23. And there's a running layup by Day. Mosby for 3 in the corner. That's off the mark. Thomas with the rebound. Bounces out to Wiggs. Wiggs pulls it back out, gives it to Norris. There's going to be a foul by Dossel. Be his second. That's going to send Wiggs to the line for 1-1. And Wiggs gets his first one, so he'll get a second attempt here. And his second one's good. A 1-point ball game. Mannford with the lead. There's another block by Wiggs. There's a block by Ayers.
They're calling Mannford ball.
.330 left here in the second. And that was Day with a jumper. It's in and out, and Garner comes up with it and tipped by Wiggs. And inside, they get it to number 22, Phillips, for 2. And Garner for 2 on the transition. So 2:30 left, 5-point ball game, 25-30. Here comes Thomas and Dunn in for Ayers and Norris.
That was a good little play there by Crabtree. You saw that he was trapped in the corner, couldn't get out, nobody was open, so he just throws it off the Mannford guy's foot.
There's a foul by Phillips, I believe, on Wiggs. It's going to send Wiggs to the line for 1-1. And his first one is good. And second one's in and out. And it's going to be rebounded by Phillips from Mannford. Ah, boy, that was a walk. They missed that. A rebound by Wiggs. Wiggs coming down. I don't know how that. I thought maybe Wiggs was fouled there, but they didn't call it, so he loses the handle, and Mannford comes up with it. 1:45 left. There's another rebound by Wiggs. The shot was off the mark. Wiggs to Mosby. Mosby's going to pull it back out. Get it to Crabtree. They're going to try to set something up here with 1:27 left. 4-point ball game. And Crabtree's fouled. I mean, you could see his arm yanked back as he was driving in for that layup. Ball goes out of bounds. Here comes Connor Griffin in for the Ponies. Wiggs with a jumper, and that Wiggs having trouble, can't find the net on his jump shot. That's a nice move there by Day. Crabtree's going to be fouled, I believe, by number 2. Oh. That was on Day. Crabtree at the line.
He makes his first one.
And we're in double bonus, so he's shooting 2, and he does make his first.
And this is the second one.
Second one's off the mark, and Mannford comes up with the rebound and transitions down court pretty quickly. And they get a man inside. And Wiggs underneath gets the tie-up. Mannford ball.
Kellyville ball.
Or I'm sorry, Kellyville ball. There's a jump ball, and Kellyville with possession arrow. 27-32, Mannford with the lead. About 35 seconds left here in the half. Crabtree trying to get it into Wiggs. It's going to be a kick ball by number 3, Garner. So Kellyville ball on the baseline. And Wiggs with a turnaround jumper for 2. And they're going to get Griffin. That's his first. That is going to send, I believe, Day to the line for 2. And his first one's off the mark. So 3-point ball game, 29-32, 20.6 seconds left. Day would have getting ready to take his second attempt here. Kellyville can get the rebound and move the ball down the court and Day makes his second attempt. So it makes it a 4-point ball game. 18 seconds, Crabtree coming down. Kellyville gonna try to get a shot here. 9 seconds. Crabtree moving in. There's a jumper by Crabtree, and that's good. And that's the half, folks. Kellyville 31, Mannford 33. So 2-point ball game. And that's gonna, I believe, gonna continue throughout the evening. So we'll see how Kellyville, whatever adjustments they might make here. They've been playing from behind the majority of the game, just had the lead one time, and that was just by 1 point. So, but they're maintaining a close ball game, keeping within 2 or 3 at all times. It's been a 1-point game many, many times. So tonight's game brought to you by Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Constructions, our presenting sponsors. Our gold sponsors, Phil Thomas Trucking, Shades of Glass by Chris, Webco Industries, Jay's Country Kitchen, Bluebell Free Will Baptist Church, Rescue Mini Storage, Backwoods Barbecue, DJ Service Concrete and Construction, Diminished Family Practice, Excavating Resources, Jim Vaught, Mack Truck, Shada Billings and Photography, Greg McGuire Trucking, Brian Smith, Allstate Insurance, and David Bryant and Associates. Thank you to all our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible here on KV Rising. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes for the start of the third quarter. a steal by Witt, but he steps out of bounds as he tries to transition down the court. So Kellyville fortunate there to be able to get the ball right back. Ayers in the corner for three, and that's off the mark, and that ball is rebounded by Mannford. And I believe they're going to get Ayers on the foul. And that just shows us Ayers' first foul. And Hewitt at the line for two, and he misses his first. And his second one's in and out, and that's rebounded by Wiggs. Crabtree looking for the three, but didn't get the handle on it to be able to put it up. He comes back out, runs the baseline, comes back out. Ayers turns the ball over to Crabtree, and we're going to try it again, looks like. I got Thomas down in the corner. I don't know how that wasn't a foul.
Yeah, that looked like Wiggs got hit in the face.
Gosh.
That
Over the shoulder pass to Wiggs and gets hammered in the face as he catches the ball and turns to go. I don't know what the refs were looking at there.
they obviously weren't looking at when he elbowed him in the face. I mean, some of these are obvious and the other ones are just out of nowhere.
And that's going to be a foul on 21 all over Ayers. That's Hewitt. It's going to be his third. So still a 4-point ball game, 31-35. Kellyville trying to get something started. And there's an inside move to Wiggs. He's quickly triple teamed. And finally they get Witt, who's been working on Wiggs, and not sure exactly what happened, but looked up, Wiggs was laying on the floor and Witt was on top of him, so they got tangled underneath somehow. Crabtree in the corner, a quick catch and release for three, and that's good for Crabtree.
Mason's always been pretty good about those corner shots.
Yeah, and he's got such a quick catch and release. He catches that ball.
And he's got a good eye, too.
And there's a drive by Witt. And that's Thomas. That's going to be his third. And the bucket's good, so Witt to the line to try to complete a three-point play. And that's Thomas's third. So here's Witt for the three-point play attempt, and it's good.
Makes it a 4-point game.
Mannford showing some pressure here. Wiggs with the drive, and that's good. That's a nice drive for Wiggs. And there's a rebound by Thomas. And a jump shot by Wiggs is off the mark. It's a 2-point ball game, 36-38. Thomas with the rebound. Wiggs puts the ball up, rebounds it, and puts it back up.
ties up the game.
38 all here with 3:57 left in the third. And there's a three in the corner. And it's no good, and Wiggs with the rebound.
That may have been the first rebound.
Wiggs underneath, and there's a jumper. The Wiggs coming on strong here in the third. He struggled in the first half finding the net with his jumpers, but he's, I think, finding his way here in the third quarter with 6 points so far. So 40-38, 3:36 left. Kellyville's come out pretty strong here in the first half of this third quarter. And they need to just keep their foot on the gas. Try to extend this lead. Get a couple more defensive turnovers. And continue their march. Mannford's going to have the ball on the baseline. Like Miles in the game, and they're going to go with that press. Try to get Mannford to turn the ball over. Double teaming, and they do get it across the line. They're
going to call that foul on
who are they going to get there?
Thomas.
Boy, that's Thomas's fourth.
And so Dylan Dunn's going to sub in for Thomas there since he got his fourth foul.
They had Witt trapped there on the baseline or on the line, right at half court. Let's see who they're going to get is either Miles. It's going to be his third. And that's going to send Witt to the line for two. And he gets his first. And he gets his second there. So tie ball game at 40 with 3:15 left here in the third quarter. Kellyville moving around. And Miles loses the ball there underneath and falls out of bounds. So Kellyville going to turn it over here in the third. That ball's tipped around and Crabtree comes up with the rebound. There's a nice rebound and put back by Wiggs. And I looked down, I didn't see what just happened.
They called a travel on Mannford, I'm pretty sure. I don't know who they called it on, but I'm thinking it was 4. Yeah, 4. I'm thinking it was 4.
Man, it just, in these games, and there's a nice catch and shoot by Crabtree, but it's off the mark and saved out of bounds in transition one-on-one. And he walked, but they don't call it. And Garner gets the two in the transition, so tied up again, 42 all. He was spinning around there underneath, had Dylan Dunn working on him.
He also got a pretty lucky roll off the front of the rim.
That ball knocked out by Day for Mannford. So Kellyville's going to maintain possession. Here comes Ayers in for Miles. Crabtree with the jumper. Oh, that's a three. thought he was just inside the line, but and there's a walk. Nice defense. They had Dossel was wide open, and Kellyville closed the gap quickly. Kenny Mosby came in and closed that gap and made Dossel shuffle his feet and got the walk. So 45-42. Ayers with the drive, and that ball is going to be blocked. There's a shot outside by
That was a travel. He full on hopped and came back down with the ball.
And there's a nice tip out by Crabtree. Gets it over to Mosby. And they're going to get Mosby for the offensive charge.
And 30 is going to come in for 50 from Mannford.
They got Mosby for a foul. Charge. And in quick transition, they get the ball over to Hewitt, waiting underneath the basket. He gets the basket and going to go to the line for a three-point play. And that foul was on Ayers. That's his second. And he does convert on the free throw. So tie ball game again. .43 seconds here in the third. Crabtree with the drive. And oh, wow. Elbows being thrown by Hewitt.
21.
And that's going to be his fourth. As Crabtree was working on him like a gnat. He was just wouldn't leave him alone.
He wanted that ball.
He wanted that ball back, and Hewitt just got upset and threw an elbow.
You can't do that. And they're going to call him for a travel. And that pass came off.
Done.
Yeah, Crabtree kind of shoveled his feet a little bit to get back behind that three-point line so he could shoot it, and they called him for a travel.
20 seconds left here. Kellyville showing pressure again. And get Crabtree for the reach around.
That's his first. That's only his first.
Yes. Crabtree, he's as guys go by, he reaches around them and taps that ball. He's pretty successful at it, but occasionally he a little too aggressive. And they get him for the foul, and that's Jones to the line for 1-and-1. He makes his first. And gets his second one there. So Mannford back to a 2-point lead with about 12 seconds here. Kellyville's going to come down. And there's a turnover, and Day takes it down the court for an easy layup. I think we got lucky with one anyway. Crabtree stepped on the half-court line. They didn't call back court, and then he ended up losing the ball, and Day went down and put it in for two. So 4-point ball game here at the start of the fourth. Kellyville 45, Mannford 49. And I haven't kept track, Jacob. I don't know how many times this game has changed possessions. I would say it's in double digits for sure.
Definitely.
We've gone back and forth, so this game is probably going to come down to the last minute. And Unfortunately, Kellyville is at 17 fouls with Mannford just at 3. Hate to see that when you got a tight ball game. That's going to come into play at the end of the game with free throws. And Mannford's been pretty successful. I can tell you the person we do not want to send to the line is number 30, Witt. He's had 7 attempts from the line, and he is 6 of 7. So we definitely do not want to send number 30 to the line for Mannford. And with Mannford being in at 1-1, so hopefully we're not fouling Witt.
Just want to take a moment to say thank you to our Kellyville cheerleaders. They always get our fans riled up in the toughest times, and they're always there cheering on the sidelines. We just want to say thank you to y'all. So back into the game, start of the fourth quarter. Kellyville has possession.
In that third quarter, unfortunately, we just had 2 players putting points on the board, and that's Crabtree and Wiggs. So we got to change that here in the fourth. We got to get some more boys on the board. And there's Wiggs with the jumper, and that thing's in and out. And then Thomas is going to commit a foul trying to get the rebound.
5th.
And that's going to put Thomas out of the game.
And so Kenny's going to come in for Connor.
And Witt at the line at 1-1. And we're calling a lane violation. And he misses. Wiggs with the rebound. And Crabtree can't handle the pass from Ayers. He bounces out of bounds, so we turn the ball over. 45-49. About a half a minute expired here in the fourth. There we go. I thought he walked way before that.
I thought when he took that step back, I thought that was a walk.
But they do call number 50, Dossel, for the walk. So Crabtree working. Wiggs back out to Mosby. Mosby for 3, and it's no good. And Witt with the rebound.
And this game is going to come down to it.
Nice defense right there by Ayers. And Wiggs in for the layup. He's going to be fouled by Dossel, and I got him as that's his 3rd.
And good job by Wiggs there for getting it down the court so fast to be able to drive in and get that foul.
Wiggs at the line for 2. And his first one's good. That makes him 5 of 7 from the line. And he makes his second one. There's a nice hustle by Miles, and Wiggs gets it and tosses up to Mosby, but not. It is not hard enough, so it does turn over. Then it goes out of bounds, and Coach Heath is just beside himself. He's saying it went out on Mannford, but the refs aren't having anything to do with that. A 2-point ball game, 47-49. Mannford with the lead. Mannford has the ball, trying to work something. There's Day outside for 3.
That looked like he was inside.
And there's Wiggs for 2.
Timeout, charge to the ponies.
They don't have the board correct. I got 49 to 54. The board's showing 47-54.
I'm showing 52. But I think that was a mistake on my part. And
I think they got it. I think they got it backwards.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They got it backwards. It should be 49 to 52. There we go.
There we go. All right.
I got it correct.
I saw that 54 and I was like, that's something wrong on my part, I guess. But also, just to let you guys know, if you guys ever see random points being added to the board, I missed a score somewhere, and I just add it so I can be correct with the scoreboard. So if you guys ever see points, I'm not giving them points. Don't worry. It doesn't even count anyway. But
folks, we do the best we can to keep up with this fast-paced game with just 2 of us. It'd really be nice if we had a spotter here with us, because I'm telling you, all it takes is to look down for a split second to. And there's a nice move by Witt. Look down at the scorebook to add points, and then look back up, and someone else is scoring. And there's Wiggs for 2. There's a 3. And there's a rebound by Wiggs. Over to Crabtree. Crabtree in through traffic. And that's in and out. Wiggs close to the putback, but just over his tip of his hand. And there's Witt with 2. So 56-51 with 4:50, right at 4:50 left here in the 4th quarter. Crabtree for 3. That's off the mark. It's going to be rebounded by Mannford. And there's a steal by Wiggs. And Wiggs with a nice drive and in for 2. So he closes the gap to a 3-point ball game. And back at the other end, Ayers working 1-on-2, and they easily get around him for the layup. Mosby for 3, and it's no good. And they're going to call number 4, Jones. That's his 3rd. Working on Miles. Miles going up for the rebound, and Jones just pushing the back, trying to get to the ball. So Kellyville ball. Crabtree did his famous, he falling out of bounds, just threw the ball off the Mannford player, so they maintained possession there. He was kind of trapped in the corner.
It's a smart play. It's a very smart play to do that.
You see a lot of kids do that, and I mean, you get trapped like that. A lot of times you don't have anywhere else to go with it. There's a one-handed jumper by Crabtree, no good, and there's
Garner for 3.
My goodness, there's Garner for 3 in the corner, all alone. We can't be giving up those threes this late in the game. And quickly, it's a 61-53 lead by Mannford. Kellyville kind of getting away from their game here. Just had a couple of quick. And there's Ayers for three.
That was a good shot by Colton right there. Had an open look, and he was ready to take it.
That was a good shot in the arm for Kellyville here, closing that gap a bit. So 5-point ball game, 56-61. Mannford with the lead. 3:14 left. They call the Ponies have been known as the Heart Attack Kids this season. They've had half a dozen or more games that have come down to the last 60 to 90 seconds. Just keep you on the edge of your seat. Jacob, I think this is going to be another one of those, a 5-point ball game right here with 3:14. Kellyville needs to get a stop right here and put some points right back on the board. And they are going to press. But Mannford able to get right past it, unfortunately. And they do tie the ball up, and the Mannford coach gets a timeout. So 3:06. Kellyville with 18 fouls and Mannford with 5. So Mannford has 1 foul to give before we're sending Kellyville to the line at 1-1. Kellyville needs to be careful there with the 18 fouls. We really don't want to put Mannford in double bonus if we can keep from it. And there's a 3. And that's Hewitt for 3. The top of the key. And he was pretty much all alone. So, and there's a steal.
And they're going to call Mosby.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about that.
Steal by Garner, and he goes to the line, and Mosby fouls him. Or at least that's what the refs say. That's going to send him to the line. That puts it a 10-point ball game, 66-56. And he makes his free throw for a 3-point play here. Kellyville's got some work here, 2.5 minutes, down by 11. I believe that may be the largest deficit so far, so you didn't want that to happen in the fourth quarter.
That looked like that was a foul down there, but I guess
Mosby.
not.
There's nice hustle by Norris to long pass. You had Witt out in front trying to receive that pass. Would have been an easy layup. Norris comes in, knocks the ball loose. There's another 3. At that time, Norris was in the face of the shooter, and that ball's off the mark, and Ayers comes up with the rebound. 2 minutes, 11-point ball game. Kellyville's got to do something here. Ayers for 3, and that's off the mark, but Ayers gets his own rebound. And he's going to be fouled. That's Witt's third. So one more foul, and now they're going to get Ayers for the foul. And there we are, folks. We're in It's going to be a day at the line for 2 because Mannford's in double bonus. And he does miss his first. And he makes his second attempt. There's a shot off the mark by Crabtree, and we're not rebounding the ball like we have been. And there's a steal by Crabtree. And Crabtree in for 2.
10-point game. Mannford in double bonus. Minute 15 left in the fourth quarter. Looks like a walk there.
We can't let the clock run. We got to go ahead and foul right here, in my opinion, with a minute left. They're going to run the clock off. 10-point ball game. This is where that double bonus comes into play. Yeah, this is where your foul count really gets you, Jacob. I mean, early in the half. It's going to send Hewitt to the line for 2. And he misses his first one. If we weren't double bonus, then we'd be out of this possession right here with that missed free throw. And he gets his second one. So back to 11-point ball game with 52 seconds. And the pass. Wild pass to and Hewitt at the end for 2.
Now they're just not calling anything.
No, we're taking some ill-advised shots too. We're not playing our offense. Wiggs is going to be fouled. It's going to send him to the line for 1 and 1. And there, I believe they just got Hewitt for a technical.
Not sure what he did.
And that's going to be his 5th. They called him on the foul against Wiggs.
I guess he just talked.
And Wiggs missed his 1 and 1. Ayers is coming to the line for 2 shots for the technical. And there's one. And the second one's off the front of the rim and misses.
So Jason Finley and Dylan Dunn are going to come in for Evan Wiggs and Colton Ayers.
So here we have 25.9 seconds left. Mannford's going to have this game in the bag at 71-59, a 12-point ball game. This sure spread it out a lot farther than I thought it was going to at the beginning of the fourth. And even really halfway through the fourth, we were keeping it close. And then we had like 5 possessions right in a row where we just came down and really made ill-advised shots. We weren't working our offense like we had been the whole game and making quick shots. Just kind of getting in too much of a hurry to try to get back in. And then that allowed, we had, I think, 4 or 5 possessions in a row where we missed shots and Mannford rebounded the ball, and then they went down and put points on. So you do that, when you do that 5 times, and you're 10-point spread right there in a matter of a minute or two. So that's really what happened to us. Kellyville's played a great game tonight. Unfortunately, they're going to take their 7th loss, bring their record to 11-7.
Still pretty good for them considering the year that they were expected to have. I mean,
Yes, sir. And you know, it like I said, it's been a good game. I'll run over the stats here.
And they called that Mannford ball. I'm not sure. No, that was tipped by a Mannford player. And Caden Ayers is going to come in for Mason Crabtree. 18 seconds left. They're just going to hold the ball, run the clock out.
That's going to be your final, folks, 71-59. So Kellyville splits with Mannford. Lady Ponies win, and the boys are going to take the loss here. I have to brag on my son. Had the best game of his season so far for him. He had another double-double, 24 points and 11 rebounds for Mr. Wiggs. Looks like Crabtree had 15. Thomas with 1. Wiggs with 24. Mosby with 5. Ayers with 10. Miles with 2. And Dunn with 2. Oh, I'm not for sure if Hicks is going to be back for Friday night's game. I don't know his extent of injury recovery, but we will be back here Friday night against Eufaula, so maybe we can redeem our losses last week to Eufaula. Come out with, I'm sure Heath's working on a game plan. He learned a lot from those games last week. I think with the Eufaula boys against them, there's one player that they had that had 30-plus points, so if we're able to shut him down, that'll give us a chance against the boys.
I think his name was Nick Jones, so if we can shut him down, that definitely gives us a chance.
Yeah, and I think with the girls, our shots were just off on the ladies' game, and then they did shut down Upshaw, so Coach Upshaw's got to have a plan for that. If they come out, and I'm sure they're going to come out and try to shut her down again, face guarding her. So hopefully Upshaw was got an alternative offensive plan. They kept her to 0 points in the first half last week. So I'm sure that he's working on an alternative offense to change that up a bit. So anyway, folks. Again, tonight's games were brought to you by Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Construction. Those were our presenting sponsors. We want to thank them. And we will be back here Friday at 6 o'clock against Eufaula here in Kellyville. Thank you for joining us on KV Rising. Have a great night and be safe with all the bad weather. Stay home if you don't have to go anywhere.
Remember, Kellyville students, there is no school tomorrow, so don't be showing up at school. And if you go to Central Tech, the Tech buses do not run if the school is out. So no Tech, no school tomorrow for Kellyville students. Have a good one. Stay safe. Everybody be safe on the roads tonight and tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night.